Today I have a slant board workout for you that will target your thighs and your glutes. It will be around 30 minutes long and I won't be doing a cool down, so please make sure you stretch afterwards. Now, if you don't have a slant board, no worries, you can still do all of the exercises on the flat surface and you will still get an effective workout. Before we start, I just wanted to explain what makes the slant board so unique. It basically emulates if you were hiking up and down a mountain. So every step that you take when you're on a mountain, you have your foot maybe either going up or going down or rolling to the side as it's stepping over rocks in different terrains. And all these different motions in the ankle create a reaction that goes up your legs, up to your hips and glutes, and then even to your core. It will activate those deep stabilizing muscles to help you from falling over, and just by having those muscles engaged, you're going to feel stronger over time. So even if you feel really wobbly today, keep on practicing, and I promise you that you will get stronger as you consistently do these workouts. Last thing, before we start, go ahead and grab a small towel. We'll be using it for the warm-up, placing it in between the slant board, and then we will get to the workout. Okay, I took a small towel, folded it together, and I'm going to be placing it in between the slant board. The reason for this is, usually if you use the riser, it's pretty high, but since I don't want to have it as high, we're just going to take it a little bit lower using the towel. Now, you're going to stand to the side, step your foot onto the slant board, and just take a nice low sit, stretching your glutes. Take it back off the slant board and do a nice low sit, stretching your glutes. So let's go for 8. Step it on, sit, have the other leg straight, and then take it to the floor and sit, pushing your glutes back behind you. So rather than letting the knees come forward, we want for this one to push our butt back as if you were trying to sit on a chair. And what that will do is it will start to stretch the glute muscles, get them to turn on, and then just activate everything in your lower body to prep us for the workout. You're also going to get a nice stretch on your inner thigh each time that you take your leg straight and the other one on the slant board. Last time. Good. And stay here. Take your arms nice and straight and just start to activate your core by rotating, looking your hand up towards the ceiling and back down and up and down. Keep your core nice and engaged. Check that you're not arching in the low back. Keep your neck long, reaching up out of your body, your head towards the front of the room. Last 2 and final 1 and shake it out. Good. Turn your slant board the other way. Take it to the other side and start over. Again, step and sit nice and low. Take it to the floor and sit. Good. Driving your hips back behind you. Trying to keep the weight mainly in your heels. Keeping your core nice and tight by drawing that lower stomach in towards your spine. Keeping the core firm is going to help support your lower back. Good. Last 2. And you'll start to feel those glutes fire up, stretching the muscle. And final 1. Stay down here, take your hands down, core engaged, and rotate up to the ceiling, opening through your chest. Take it back down. Rotate and open, and down. And stretch. You have 3, and 2, and final 1. Awesome. Take it back in. Turn your slant board now so it faces you this way. And we're going to push through the hip. So you're going to cross, take it to the inside, reach your hand over, take it down, and uncross your foot, and just take a nice low sit. Now this may not seem by much, but by having your foot with it slightly inclined up, you're just making a reaction in your lower legs and then all the way up to your upper body. And it'll just activate those deep muscles, those stabilizer muscles I talked about. Good. Good. A nice low sit. And then push your hips. So rather than trying to bend from your upper body, try to reach your hip over to the side of the room. That'll open up those hip flexors and just get everything nice and prepped for the workout. Last time. And switch. Take it to the other side. Do that same thing. Have your foot on the top part of the slant, and you're going to cross the other foot, drive your hip over, really pushing those hips as if somebody had a string on the side of your hip and they're trying to pull your hip over towards the side of the room. And take it down. And again, get a really nice low stretch sitting through your glutes. And press, reaching long. Last two. And final one. And good. Now stay here. You're going to step your foot inward. Don't turn your stance like togas on the slant board at all. And take it outward. So you're just stepping your foot towards the front angle and to the back angle of the slant board. Or to the front corner of the room and to the back corner of the room. And this is just stretching the glute muscle and then contracting the glute muscle. Also getting the ankle to move and just prepping it for the workout. Last two. And final one. And switch that slant board to the other side, doing the same thing. Starting with your foot on the slant board, take your front foot in and take it out. This move right here is really amazing if you are a runner or if you like to go on walks. Everybody walks, and this motion happens naturally in our body. So if you want to get better range of motion whenever you're running, jogging, or even walking, doing these little rotation moves is going to help keep your body really nice and in balance, opening up those hips. The other thing to make sure to check is that your knee always stays in line with your second and third toe. Don't let it fall inward so that you don't get any discomfort in your knee. Last time, and awesome. Final move, take your slant board facing in front of you, looking towards you. We're going to open the hip. So you're just going to step your foot forward, take it in, other side. Press forward, take it in. Press and stretch. As you're doing this, try to lift your body up away from your pelvis. The more you can stretch through your abs, the more you get those abs to turn on, so that when you're balancing, you're going to feel more in control. And let's go for three. And it'll also open up the front of your hips here. If you sit a lot at a desk, this will really just open up those hips and allow them to have full range of motion. Last time. And let's do one more. I like how this feels. And awesome. All right. So that was the warm-up. Get rid of your towel. We're done with that. And we're going to start with our slant board facing front. You can have the riser up. Make sure it's on the lowest setting. Don't take it all the way up here or to the second. Take it on the lowest one so it's not super steep when you're doing the workout. All right, so let's take it to one side. And I want you to take your foot. You're going to sit. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take it to the slant board and small sit, take it up. Small sit, take it up. 6 more. And let's go a little bit further down. Let's just stay down, down, down. Last 3, 2, 1, and rest. Great job. So I'm going to show you from the side just so you can see this next part. You're still on your slant board, and basically what you're going to do is take your foot just a little bit behind you and then really do a small sit, get into that glute, and take it up, take it to the slant board, and do a small sit. You see how I'm not pushing my knees forward, I'm keeping my butt back. So, small sit, and small sit. Trying to push the glutes back, getting everything to activate, keeping your core nice and strong. All the weight is in the heel and even on the foot of your stance leg. The other leg is just moving, but the stance leg is the one that is going to work your butt. Last 2, and final 1. Good. Now you're going to press your legs straight behind you, come into a T position, feel the glute engage, and then come all the way up nice and straight. So stretch over, hold, and pull it up straight. So this is kind of like a Romanian deadlift where you lift up and then you take it down. And this is going to stretch the hamstring muscle, get the glute to fire up. Your focus here is, again, not to round in your posture. Keep your back nice and strong. Squeeze your lower abdominals and stretch, pull it in. Last time. Good. Switch, I'm going to show you from the front now. So, taking it to the other foot, foot behind, just barely behind the slant board, and just take it down towards the floor, take it onto the slant, and sit. And down towards the floor for 7, on the slant board, sit. You're gonna start, if you feel it in your lower back at any time, check that you're not arching in your lower back. You want to have your ribs connected, straight line through your pelvis, feeling the lower abs tighten, so that you're not arching that lower back and bailing out. The abs have to be in control the whole time. Last 2. And final 1. Good. Now, take your leg back, reach all the way down if you want to use your hands, and then pull it back in, reset. Straight leg back behind you, hold, and take it in. So you can feel this is a lot of core work. Now, if you don't have the slant board, you can still do this, like I said, on the regular floor. And you'll still definitely feel everything engaged in your body. Let's go for 4. And for 3. Woo. If you lose your balance, just keep on control and just keep going. 2. And final 1. Good. Shake it out. All right, stand to the side here. You're going to step your foot, and you're going to lift your leg around. Squeeze your lower abs as you lift your leg around. Take it down and take it in. If you want to put your hands behind your head for this, do so. This will activate your abs a little bit more, and you just step. So let's go 7 more. Use your lower abs each time to help lift your leg. Use the inner thigh to press and take it in. And squeeze. Take it down to the floor. You have 4 more. Using your breath will help, like I said, activate your core. So every time you have the hard part of the workout, exhale. Blow all that air out of your mouth. Feel the abs tight when you do this. Last time. Good. Stay here. Take your leg to 90 degrees. Move your hips like we did earlier. Make sure you're not hiking the hip up. Keep it neutral. And then just rotate through your pelvis. Faces the corner. Now it faces the front. So if you have the flashlights, you rotate, take it front. This is working your inner thigh. It's working your stabilizing glute. Your core is working as you have to lift and hold the leg. And your goal here is just to rotate your pelvis, not moving the leg. You're not moving the leg. You're keeping the leg still. You're moving the hips. And, whoo, that's tough. 2 more. Rotate, keep lifting tall. And 1 more. and shake it out. Good. Take it to the other side. If you need to stretch back, opening through your hip, do so. If it feels uncomfortable at any time, do so. So step on, take that leg nice and wide around, up and over, take it down, take it down. Using your hands behind your head, we'll work the core a little bit more, and take it down. You have 6, nice, slow, and control. Get a high lift. The higher you go, squeezing that core the whole time. Good. 4 more to go. And, woo, that's tough. 3. So this is how it's working your abdominals, like I said, without having to do sit-ups and crunches. Last 2. Breathe out. And final 1. Good. Take the leg to 90 degrees. Hold it here. And move your hips, corner and front. This is external rotation of the hip. You'll feel your stabilizing glute squeeze as you move your hips and then kind of stabilize and relax. The inner thigh will also start to work as you rotate. Last 3 and 2 and final 1. Awesome job. Shake it out. All right, so that was our ankle facing downward. Let's make it upward now to stretch the calf muscle. Turn the slant board facing towards you, and you're going to stay kind of wide with your feet. You're going to come into this forward lunge position. Let everything melt. Feel the muscles engage to help support you from falling flat down towards the floor. And then take it back to neutral. So you're going to go slow, keep the heel down on the back leg, and take it back. So you step onto the slant board, hold, and take it back in. Step onto the slant board, hold, and take it in. Beautiful. You have 4. You'll feel a stretch in the calf muscle also of your back leg if you keep the heel down. And you have 3, and 2, and 1. Stay here. Now, you're going to pull in, rotate, and take it back straight behind you. Pull it in, rotate, twist, and take it back. Keep all your weight in your front leg. This will start to work your obliques. Each time you're twisting and rotating, you'll get the obliques to fire up. You pull the foot onto the floor, and you take it back out on the floor. And just stretch. You can twist through your body, let your arms move to activate your back muscles. Last 2, and final 1. Good. I'm going to show this one from the side so you can see the other way. So, starting here, nice and wide. Step your foot forward, feel yourself melting towards that lunge position, and then take it back, reset. Step it forward, and take it in. And you have 6, weight is in the heel, and 5, core is engaged, 4, 3, and 2, and final 1. Stay here. Now, pull your foot in, move your shoulders, and pull it out, rotate. So you're just doing small rotation. Keep this leg bent the whole time that it's on the slant board, and just pull the foot in towards you, take it away. You have 4, 3, 2, 1, and stretch it out. Great job. All right, so let's stand with the slant board facing this way now. And basically, you're going to step your foot forward onto it, and then you're going to come into a small sit, step, and then take it to the floor, and a small sit. So stay very close. My foot is touching the slant board that's on the ground, and then when I take it onto the floor, it's still near the slant board. Small sit, onto the floor, sit. You'll just notice it'll create a different reaction with your body, the way the thigh feels and the abs. When you take the foot onto the slant, and then you pick it up and take it to the floor, it's a different chain of feeling. Last 2, and 1. Stay here. Now, take your back leg straight behind you, and pull it in and sit. Straight behind you and sit. So now your foot is pointing down towards the floor. We're getting a little bit more of a stretch in the foot. Before we had a little bit more of a stretch in the calf muscle. You have 3 and 2 and 1. Good. I'm going to show you from the other side. So, starting here, just behind the slant board. Very small. Sit downward and take it to the floor. Sit, take it up, down. Squeeze through your core. Floor, sit. Good. You have 4 more. And this sitting motion here is going to activate your glutes, your thighs. Keep your core strong. Last 2. And final 1. Good. Stay there. Now, take your foot back. Stretch. Pull it in, sit. Back. Sit. So your heel goes up, heel down. All your weight is in this stance leg that's on the slant board. Keep the weight in your heel. And just press, rotate through your upper body and release. Rotate towards your front leg, release. Last 2. And final 1. Good. Shake it out. All right, whoops. Be careful that you don't knock it like that. Now, you're gonna have the slant board. You're going to be in front of it. So, stepping with your foot, taking it back behind you. You're going to bend the knee that is on the slant board and just kind of twist and rotate, and then lift up and rotate the other way, take it down. So, step, twist, and then lift and rotate, down, reset. Step, lift, down, reset. So the back leg will bend, you put all your weight in that back heel, then you twist to the opposite way, take it down, and reset. Down, lift, down, reset, down, twist, floor, good. Let's go for 3. This is working your abs and working your glutes. 2, and final 1, and good. Now let's stay on the slant board. Take your hands behind your head, and now I want you to lower the leg down, and then lift the leg almost completely straight but not locked. Squeeze your lower abs tight, and then push your hips forward so they're towards the front of the room, and then the hip is back in line with your heel. So the hip moves forward over your toes of your stance leg, and then the hip moves in line with your heel. If you can't move your hips, then just focus on lifting your leg and squeezing your abs and lowering. Breathing out every time you lift and lower. But if you want more ab engagement, lean back, push the hips forward, and then take the body to a straight position and release. You have 3, and 2, and 1, and shake it out. I'm going to show you from the side on this one so you can see what I'm talking about. So you're in front of your slant board, and you're going to bend your knee, rotate, put all the weight in that leg of the foot that's on the slant board, and then take it the other way. Rotate. Push your hips to the back corner or to the corner of the room. Take your hips to the other corner of the room, back to the floor. So you go down, lift, rotate, woo, down, in, press, rotate, down, in. We have 6 more. Breathe out and take it down. So this twisting motion here is really good for your glutes, activating the thigh and activating your abs each time that you lift that leg up. And last one. Good. Now let's stay up here. Balance, hands behind the head. Now what I mean here is push your hips forward. So you're lifting up tall, your hips are going forward as if somebody was pulling your belt buckle. And then when you lift your leg, you take everything straight in line with your head over your heel. Now your head is kind of behind your heel, your hips are in front of your heel, and everything is back to that neutral alignment. You have 6. If you feel this in your low back, lift up tall out of your body. Don't be dumping into your body, sinking down to the ground. Keep lifting your head up towards the ceiling. The more you can stretch and go along through your body, the more you're gonna get it out of your low back and into your glute and into your abs. We have 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Woo, great job. All right, let's take it back to the front. Stretch the calf muscle a bit. So you're going to start here and take it on and press, hold, take it back, up, press, down, down, step, lift, back, back. You have 4 and 3, and you can even go slower on these to really feel your body have to balance. Last 2, and final 1. Hold it here. Now, keep this leg at 90 degrees, and all you're going to do is push that 90-degree leg up, toe to the ceiling, fold over, and then lift it back up, nice and straight, hold. So you fold over, stretch, you squeeze it back up, and you hold. 6 more. Take it down. You'll feel your calf muscle stretch of your stabilizing leg that's on the slant board, and then you'll feel your glute get nice and strong as you lift, take it up, and you take it back down. Squeeze your butt muscle. Ooh, that's tough. Last 2. If you fall, that's totally fine. And final 1. Shake it out. Oh, that's tough. All right, other side. Step your foot on, lift the leg, hold, take it down, down, on, press, down, down. Remember to breathe out. And in. And out, and in. Use your lower abs to lift the leg. And 2, and final 1. Good, now you're going to stay here, hold it, squeeze, tilt forward, and I'm going to show you from the side here so you can see. So you tilt forward, foot points up to the ceiling, and then your body comes straight, you squeeze, hold the leg. Don't lock your stance leg, keep it soft so that you don't hurt the back of your knee, and just focus on squeezing your core as you're balancing up and down, kind of like a seesaw. You're teeter-tottering down, and you teeter-totter up. This is a great stretch for your calf muscle of your stance leg, even stretching the back of the leg, the hamstring. Last 2. Oh my gosh. And final 1. And pull it up. Shake it out. All right, we're almost done there. So take your slant board now, kind of behind you. You're going to stand to the front angle of it. And you're going to take your foot, open your foot nice and wide so that it steps here. Keep your knees from falling in. Knees stay in line with the second and third toe. And then just go to a nice low sit, stretching your inner thighs, and take it back to home. So step the foot out, hold, nice low sit, and take it back into neutral. You have 7, sit, and take it back in, and sit, and take it in. Last 4. So this wide stretch right here is stretching your thigh muscles, turning them on, getting them to tighten up. Last 2. And final 1. Good, stay here. Take the foot that is on the floor, lift it up to 90 degrees, take it down to the floor. So you stand up nice and tall, hold, you take it back down. Lift up and squeeze through your core. Take it down. You have 5. Down. 4. Down. 3, squeeze, hold. Feel your abs every time. 2. And stay here. Hold it. Cross your leg over your hip, facing to the back corner of the room, and dip your leg. So your hips are facing, you're rotating your pelvis towards your pinky toe of the stance leg, and you're just pumping your balancing leg up and down. This is a tricky move. Lift the leg up, bend to 90, and come to straight, while your hips are rotated towards the corner. Last 2, and final 1, take it down. Good. If that didn't make sense, let me show you here to the front before we begin. So when you did that last move, you were coming up here holding it. What you do is you turn your hips So instead of having your hips front, they rotate to the corner. Your leg is now still hovering and you're just pumping the leg up and down, okay? Other side. So, standing in the diagonal to the slant board, take your foot onto the slant board, sit nice and low and stretch, and take it back to home. Open it up and stretch. And this works your glutes. Every time you open your leg, your butt muscles are squeezing to allow your leg to rotate in and out. And you have 4. Remember to not catch your knees. Don't let your knees fall in. Keep them wide. If you can't do this wide position, take the sliding board slightly in. And if you still can't, make sure you stretch. Stretching is super important in order to be able to do all these moves properly. So don't ever neglect stretching. Last 2, and final 1. Stay here. Now you're gonna pop up, foot that's on the floor, pop it up, hold, and take it down to the floor. Lift up and stand tall, take it down nice and wide. You have 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Move your hips so they face the corner of the slant board, and then dip your foot straight and bend. Straight, bend. Squeeze your core. Lift up tall through your body, and you have 4, 3, 2, 1, and you are done. I lied. Take your hands straight and just fold over and stretch. Release your glutes, your thighs. Bend your knees. Hands on the floor still, and then straighten your legs. Bend, straighten, stay nice and bent. Pick up your hands off the floor. Push your elbows onto your knees, opening up through your inner thighs, and just rock side to side. And slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. That was a quick stretch. Make sure to continue to stretch. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time.